Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round, the Conclave. Today we're discussing Guardians of the Galaxy and probably not Comic-Con. But I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we are here with the panelists. Let's start with the left. We'll go in alphabetical order. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
All right. Next to him we have Charles. How you doing, Charles?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm hooked on a feeling, man.
You're hooked on a feeling?
Oh Lord, where's that song
Yep.
at?
Feeling lust for green women? That sounds like a feeling to me. And last but not least, we have, or not last but not least, sorry, I'm so used to a three-person panel. And next we have Isaiah Mullins. How you doing, Isaiah?
I'm doing great. I have to admit something before we start this whole discussion. I did not have time to watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
Get
So-
out.
I don't know. I guess you can ask questions.
I
I don't
already read on Wikipedia, so I'm good. Don't worry.
Okay.
Like
And
I
now-
said, Isaiah, get out.
And
Shut up,
now,
Charles.
last but not least, and he's joining us on the Conclave in a rare appearance. We have Knuckles. Knuckles Goldberg. How you doing?
I am Knuckles.
You are Knuckles? I don't see your knuckles. You're showing the wrong side of your hand.
So is he like Knuckles like Hodor or is he like Groot Knuckles? So which one is it?
All right. So most of us saw the movie, and I'd have to say, without explanation, because we're going to get there. What rating out of 10 would you get it, Andy? 10 out of 10. Dun dun dun. Charles.
I'd give it a 9.3 out of 10.
All right. Isaiah, from what you read, what would you give it?
I would pretty much say it's badass, son. It's a badass.
It's badass. So what?
Yep.
9.
A badass out of 10. Yeah, there we go.
Even though he hasn't seen
Badass
the
is pretty much
movie.
just like it's like a 9 and 8 area. My must watch is like a 10. So it's badass.
All right, Knuckles. Compared to other movies, in other words, like imagine that 8 is your high. What was this movie?
Funny you should say that because I did rate it an 8. But
Yes,
it was an 8,
out of 10,
out of
but
10.
What movie do you have at a 10?
I don't remember.
Yeah. How about a 9?
But, however, I did rate it an 8 out of 10, but that is higher than I've rated any other Marvel movie.
Okay.
Huh, interesting.
And earlier this week, I was actually trolling the community hangout, and I was saying that I rated it at maybe a solid 7. And I was saying that mostly to piss off Isaiah because he was supposed to see the movie, but it didn't end up pissing him off. However, truth be told, I'm still not going to put it at any more than an 8. And that's me being
That's fair.
serious.
Yeah, I think I understand why though. I understand
I
why.
thought it was really good, but I do not see it as being better than the Avengers, and I do not, and nowhere close to Winter Soldier.
And I can see that too. No, knowing the fact I have not seen it, I understand why. Because when I read it, like it's really good, but at the same time, these characters, I can put them on a nice term. They did mesh, but when we look at the Avengers, there's people who do not like each other start to like each other even more. This was just like out of a spare moment, like we got no choice but to help each other. Okay, here in Avengers, like they had no choice but to stop this one entity. So it was pretty much outweighing the others, and plus the villains. Let's be real with ourselves. The Kree's not all that interesting, unlike the Skrull. Sorry.
I rate it much higher than Winter Soldier.
You didn't see Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but still.
I know if Isaiah is allowed to rate this movie, apparently you're allowed to rate Winter Soldier. Except he actually read something about this movie. You haven't read crap about Winter Soldier.
Well, I know that it was about a soldier in winter.
Oh Lord. He's almost right,
But,
folks. Almost right.
I would have to agree with Matt that it's not better than Winter Soldier, but I would say that it's a little bit better than the Avengers.
Hell no. 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 No.
Isaiah,
No.
just know we're only taking everything you say at 30% validity because of the fact that you have not actually seen the fucking movie.
Hey now. But Avengers is a masterpiece. So shut up, Charles. That's a good shit right
I
there.
said it was a little bit better. Not a lot better. A
It's a little bit better. That's all you're saying. Like, no,
bit better.
it won't be a little bit better. You're saying it's better than the Avengers. No one cannot say it because it does not happen like that.
Isaiah, I think you will be eating those words once you actually see the movie.
Pretty much.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe, but I won't eat a lot of words.
Well, until you
Charles.
do watch the movie, zip it.
You told it. Yeah, you said it to me last night, but it doesn't help. It does not help. It does not help.
Wait, when did Charles tell you to zip it?
Oh.
Or after?
I think it was pretty much after.
Okay.
I haven't done this in 4 weeks.
It's going to happen a hell of a lot more during the rest of this episode.
Oh God. Okay.
How about we actually start talking about the movie?
No,
Yes,
that's
a suggestion.
all right. Basic storyline. Star-Lord ends up getting in a fight in a city. Everyone he gets in a fight with ends up being captured as prisoners. That's how they end up in prison together. They all break out together so they can get a reward on the thing Star-Lord was trying to steal in the first place. Apparently, this thing is like literally can destroy planets, if not universes. Let me see. This is obviously the very quick recap. And then, of course, they steal it, it gets stolen, they steal it, it gets stolen, etc. And eventually they steal it and win. There's a big old space battle somewhere in there, and the end. What parts did you enjoy? What were your favorite parts, Andy?
I enjoyed the heart of the team. You know, even though they were misfits, they were disagreeing with each other, they were, you know, pretty much, you know, against each other at first. I like that they came together because they had one thing in common, and that was they lost something. They, you know, like Star-Lord said, we are all losers. You know, we lost something, and so on.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'm not saying that they were. I'm not saying they were losers. I'm just saying that, you know, out of Star-Lord's perspective and so on. So I like.
No, never mind. You didn't get the joke. Go on.
So I enjoyed that. I did enjoy Rocket Raccoon because he's a freaking talking raccoon with a machine gun, and I really enjoyed Gamora. You know, I'm always up for some strong female characters, so I thought that was really good. And yeah, let's see. We're only talking about good parts, right?
Yeah, we're doing good right now.
Okay. I also enjoyed the story. I think Chris Pratt he's a leading man. I think he can definitely lead so many franchises. So I think Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be one. I do know he's doing the new Jurassic Park movie. Is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Jurassic World. He's going to be in Jurassic World, yeah.
Okay. I called Jurassic Park. Okay, my bad. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and I think, you know, what I enjoyed most about this film is that it wasn't, you know, it wasn't like an origin story. Like, you know, these were already established characters, but it was the origin of this team coming together. You know, so yeah, those are the things I enjoy. You know, all the comedy. You know, James Gunn, he did a phenomenal job, and yeah, he better be back for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and maybe some other Marvel movies.
Well, spoiler alert, James Gunn has been confirmed to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he's also going to be writing it, as far as I know.
He wrote this one too, right?
Yes, he was the writer and director for the first one, and he will be doing the same for the sequel.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, Charles, what did you like about the movie?
Oh, damn it, there's just so many damn things. The one thing that I really loved, perhaps it wasn't my most favorite part in the movie, but since it was a scene that happened within the first 30 minutes or 30 seconds of the movie, I just absolutely loved it. I was just geeking out during the whole thing, where he goes to that planet Morag, and he starts putting on the Walkman, and he dances through the cave, kicking all the little lizard rodents. And listening to that music, I don't remember the exact song, and I just thought that was awesome. That's easily one of the best moments in the entire movie. Then another thing was when Groot and Rocket were on Xandar, and Groot kept drinking from the water fountain, which I thought was funny. And I don't know. Damn it, there's just so many damn things. I can't mention them all. I mean, I would have to say my favorite part in the entire movie out of everything would have to be I would have to say the scene, every scene that involved Groot and Rocket. They stole the show. They stole the show. They are.
Chewbacca and Mini Solo.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Gamora I thought was okay. I mean, I am a fan of Zoe Saldana. I think she's a good actress. I just think that she may not have had enough lines in the movie. I mean, I don't want to say lines, but it seems like that we had more face time with the other characters more than her. I mean, hell, Drax had more than she did, in my opinion.
Maybe meaningful dialogue.
Yes, and Drax's dialogue, I'm not really sure what to say about it, but I will say this, it was memorable.
I think it was fantastic, because one of the things that so many people question about this movie is, would Dave Bautista be a good fit for Drax? And this dude is a star. Like, this guy knows how to act.
Actually, allow me to comment on that because you're actually very wrong about that. He is a terrible actor, but he was cast very well for this specific part.
Yeah, I will have to agree with Knuckles.
Because
oh, go ahead, Knuckles.
Well, I was just going to say, in real life, he is like a big, stupid buffoon. And he played that very well in the movie. And that's why I think it turned out well. I was actually apprehensive about the movie because he was in it. But after seeing the movie, and this is actually what I liked most about the movie, is that there were no really bad or annoying characters. Every single main character was likable and interesting. None of the side characters were awful. Zoe Saldana's sister was not likable, but not annoying. But like we didn't really know much about her anyway.
Her character name was Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula. We didn't really know that much about her or Zoe for that matter.
Well, we know that Nebula and Gamora were captured as children by Thanos.
Right.
And speaking of that,
but for those like me that don't read comics, don't really know any of the backstory, so kind of missing that part with them.
Yeah.
But that's also why I rated this movie above Avengers, is because there was no bad casting and no bad characters.
Yeah, but
I want to think one quick thing about Batista. I don't think he, like you said, I was wrong. And first of all, like I don't think I'm wrong. I mean, it's just my opinion. So if we just can remember that, like I just think he he deserves more credit than he gets. I think because I never watch him on whatever wrestling thing he did, but I think he's a smart guy. I think he knows what he's doing and so on. And
I've watched him for years in wrestling, and I definitely know he's not a smart guy.
you do realize
isn't wrestling kind of stupid too?
Well, maybe you should watch it.
Are you going to go all David Arquette and like from that movie Ready to Rumble, and you're going to start screaming wrestling is not fake? Yeah.
No, I just don't think he should comment on whether he's actually smart or not without actually having seen him be a performer. Like, have you seen Batista in other movies or acting parts?
The only other movie I've seen him in besides Guardians of the Galaxy was Riddick. And I gotta say, in that movie, his role in that movie was minor, like very minor. And whenever he was on screen, he only had like maybe a sentence or maybe a half a sentence before it would move on to the next character. So I am not familiar with his acting roles outside of Guardians of the Galaxy or Riddick, and I am also not familiar with who he is off screen. So I can't really speak to his intelligence or lack thereof. So, yeah.
Wrestling basically is acting, so I would consider that an acting job.
Well, I haven't watched wrestling since 6th grade, so...
Alrighty then. Somehow we ended up getting what David likes about it, and we completely skipped Isaiah, who we can't even see his camera anyway because for some reason his room is completely and totally dark. Isaiah, are you there?
And he's muted.
Yeah,
Oh.
Somebody muted him. Yeah.
I don't think. All right, now we can hear him. Now we can see him.
Andy,
It's
what
because
did
I'm
you...
black, right? It's because of that. It's because of that. That's how it is. It's because
Hey,
I'm black.
You're black because you don't have the lights on in your room.
Isaiah, a
See
little
what I
bit
mean,
of
folks?
a
It's racism. Racism everywhere.
you need some illumination in your establishment.
And your point is?
Turn on the lights, damn it.
There's a light over there. It's just really dim.
Well, then turn on the main light, man. Come on.
Okay, before we get on track with my room, I gotta tell you some things about Batista. Number one, he was in another movie before Riddick. He was in Man with the Iron Fist. He was not good in that one, which you go to Knuckle. He's not really a good actor. However, looking at from the screenshots and how Batista does Drax, who I know well in the comic books as well, he played very well. Drax is an assassin, which you all know. However, he has some really deep history with Thanos. Same thing would go with Gamora. She was trained by Thanos as his top assassins, but due to this, she knew the truth about Thanos. Same thing goes with Drax. They want to kill him really badly. So there's a lot of deep urges there. And when I was reading it, I didn't really see that connection all the way through with this movie. Like, hey, you guys supposed to talk about Thanos because you guys got more connection with Thanos than the rest of the crew. I'm just saying.
Yeah, speaking of Thanos, we get to see Thanos in this movie.
It's Thanos. Thanos.
Whatever.
Thanos.
Whatever.
Say it correctly. Say it correctly.
Get to see him. We get to see him in all his glory, and we get to hear his voice.
He looks like the Thing.
He looks
Fantastic.
Von
No.
Perlman is who he looks like.
And as far as I know, that's Josh Brolin doing motion capture when Thanos is speaking.
Well, he has fought the Thing before. Him and Spider-Man go against Thanos, and that was a really interesting fight, though. Really
Thanos has fought pretty much everybody in the Marvel Universe. Pretty much.
Pretty much won. He won against every last one of them. No, he didn't beat Galactus. No. He was on par with Galactus. He didn't get killed by Galactus. He was weak, but he was still very powerful because he needed the feast. So Thanos tests out his technology against Galactus. And it's like, wow, you don't give no fuck, do you? And also, he faced Odin's father. Thor's father. You know what I mean. It was an interesting fight as well. The only people who can actually go against him a little bit is only Thor and some of the Hulk, but that's very like a skim chance because Thanos, it's like this. He wasn't born purple. He was born with a genetic disorder, which is his purple skin. So his father gave him a lot of genetics and gave him like technology itself. And he's a subhuman, by the way. And he was so gifted with the power of technology itself. He was very smart. That's why he sees so much of a badass. He uses technology, his best his ability, but also he can defy the moments. He knows knowledge more beyond any villain. Like Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom doesn't know about shit about Thanos because Thanos knows everything about the galaxy itself. So Thanos is a really interesting character, but at the same time, he loves dead bodies. He's a necrophilia.
Yeah, doesn't he have an obsession with death?
With Lady Death, yes.
Yes. But however, people don't see it. Only he does. And he's been sleeping with dead bodies. So, yeah.
All right, so hide your wives, hide your kids. We found out Thanos is all about them technologies and genetics.
No. No, his brother is a rapist, though. His name is Star Fox. So, gotta get that switched around a little bit. Like, his brother's a rapist. And so, anyways, going back to the movie.
I was going to say, Thanos is also such a badass that he fights with his hands behind his back most times.
Yeah, he also killed his own people, too.
Yeah.
He literally did.
Like he will just stand there with his hands behind his back, and if he needs the block, he'll move one hand and then put it back. Like,
yeah.
Well, I hope he does some of that in the next movie because he just sat in a chair the whole movie.
Yeah, and chair that, by the way, had rocket-propelled armrests.
Right.
Like, that was a badass chair.
Yeah, it was. It was like the Game of Thrones chair, but it's Thanos, so he doesn't care.
Knuckles, remind me. That's my next chair that I'm buying. Okay.
But also, did you guys talk when I was gone? Did you guys talk about there's going to be a crossover between Guardians and Galaxies and Avengers? Well, rumors of that being. It'd be like really interesting.
Well, they kind of have to. That's kind of the point of bringing Guardians of the Galaxy in, is so they can cross it over with the Avengers.
Yeah, to fight Thanos. Yeah, because Thanos is again he's a big deal. Anyways, move on to the movie.
All right. For me, what I liked about the movie is I really liked the characters. Like Knuckles said, there was not a single annoying character. I did find many plot holes in the characters that just did not make sense in the movie. And I'll end up talking about those later. However, they were still very enjoyable. I think everybody got some good time, even Gamora. And I mean, they made the movie quite enjoyable, no matter how much I can nitpick about other things.
Can I say this too? While I was seeing the movie, I did like the casting too. Some people say like I don't like Bradley Cooper as Rocket, but if you hear Bradley Cooper as Rocket, it sounds like he's actually Rocket. Groot as well as like Marvel has a good casting sense. Okay, minus the Mandarin, who I liked. Marvel has good casting features. Shut up, Charles. Anyways, it was really cool. And also, these Guardians of the Galaxy, this is a second iteration. They're not the first. The first one's just like Star-Lord's father and all that other stuff. However, this is actually a nice approach because the first crew was actually boring. This one's actually new and kind of cool because they're losers in the bigger spectrum thing. They were just losers. However, you see these losers come together, like the show Misfits. So I do like how the show portrays itself. It's not an ordinary superhero show. It's like a rebel type show, you know. So I like that a lot.
Perfect. All right. What, if anything, and feel free to nitpick, did you not like, Andy?
We didn't get to learn enough about Roland as a villain. Although some of my friends told me that that is pretty much how he is in the comic book. That he's very one-dimensional, flat. So I was, you know what? That's fine. Plus, you know, I just love Lee Payton. You know what? I would watch that dude for hours. But yeah, I think also the only other problem I had was that it was too short. I felt because apparently the original cut was 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And this was like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something.
I think that's smart though. That's smart because if you look at Avengers and look at this, people got a little bit excited because they saw all the cool characters beforehand, and they're like, "Oh man, it's the Avengers." Guardians of the Galaxy is a big risk for Marvel, so they don't make it too long, but they gotta put some more oomph into it. So 2 hours is a good sweet mark for a new idea to mainstream audience because again, Guardians of the Galaxy is really hard to grasp onto sometimes. So I think that was good.
Not as much anymore.
I know.
I'll agree with Andy there. I think it could have been maybe 20 minutes longer. I think they could have used more backstory for the villains. Like, as someone who had no idea who these characters are, I didn't figure out until like 3/4 through the movie like which one was Ronan and which one was Thanos.
Oh yeah. I noticed that's one thing I will think about that. The Kree character, like you guys didn't know it was actually Kree, but you do now. I forgot his name, but you guys just said it. I don't know what he chose him. They could choose someone else. Anyone else. They could have chose a Skrull for all I care. And yes, they can share that, Charles. They can share the Skrull. But I wish they did, because the Skrull is more interesting than the Kree. Kree are they're not interesting. I feel like that. They're just not interesting.
You do understand the squirrel is different than a raccoon, right?
No, the Kree and the Skrull.
The Skrull. Okay.
Yes,
sorry,
Skrull.
I didn't understand your ebonics.
Sorry, but the Skrull are more interesting, and the Guardians of the Galaxy fought them more, unlike Fantastic Four did. And again, Guardians of the Galaxy they're like Star Wars people. So I wish the Kree was in there, so we could see Super Skrull. Sorry, Super Skrull. So we see the Skrulls and all that stuff. So I wish they would have put that in.
And this begs the interesting question because we have seen Krees before this movie. We actually saw a Kree in episode 14 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this season. So
yes,
I don't know if we're gonna save this part for last, but like, what do you guys think it will be a tie-up for S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because the Kree, there was a Kree on Earth. Who knows? There might be more. And yeah,
we will get to that later. We're still doing what everybody didn't like.
Okay, sure.
Sorry. What else? Did you go over everything, Knuckles? Or did you have more?
No, I think that's pretty much just the only gripe I had with the movie.
All right. I had the gripe I had was with the details. Was with the little details.
Mhm.
I mean, look, for example, one, we had Karen Gillian. We could not recognize that it was Karen Gillian in the slightest. There was no way to tell. And believe me, I looked the entire freaking time.
I could tell.
Me
Ciao,
too.
ciao.
But they completely removed her freaking face and shaved her hair, and you could tell that it was Karen Gillian.
Yes, I could. I could tell by her facial structure with her eyes, mostly in the
Again,
eye area. I could tell it was
I
her.
didn't know. I didn't know it was her.
There
And you
were
had-
looks.
Sorry, go on,
Sorry,
Andy.
it's just short. She had a little looks. When she was like evil and stuff, she had a similar facial expression that she had when she was playing a darker version of Amy on Doctor Who. So I could tell it was her all along.
I don't know. I could not see it. Maybe my memory of Amy was always when she was happy or spunky pissed off, which is different than angry. And Bradley Cooper, I could barely tell that was Bradley Cooper. That kind of upset me as well.
But that was
How
supposed
so?
to be the point. We didn't want a rocket raccoon who sounded like Bradley Cooper. We wanted someone that could actually make a voice that could actually sound like a funny raccoon.
Yeah, he sounds like he was Irish too a little bit. Like he sounded like a little Irish voice. Like, that's kind of interesting because people had pictured like Rocket was like an Irish alien raccoon. Like, yeah, he might sound cool if he was Irish.
I did not hear any Irish there myself.
Maybe because it was me. It was kind of cool because
I thought
Rocket was like
that
an
Rocket
asshole, too.
Raccoon's voice was Scottish, not Irish.
Irish, Scottish. Hey, so run down to it. You never know most times.
It
It's
doesn't
two
matter.
completely different cultures, man. Come on.
I heard more of like a Jersey accent.
Yeah.
That's still work too.
In any case, you pay for an A-lister and then make the A-lister to where they're completely unrecognizable. That's I mean, I kind of have a problem with that. That's the same problem I had with Karen Gillian.
How so, Matt? Because I'm a little bit
You have
confused.
these character actors, these actors that are very recognizable. You're doing that because they're very recognizable. But apparently, the Guardians of the Galaxy did it so they can put their names on a fucking poster. So I had a problem with that. I also had a problem with the character motivations. You have these criminals who are looking to do one thing, then they change their motives later. They're like, okay, you know what? We're going to give this to the Nova Corps. The Nova Corps, which had just captured them earlier in the freaking movie. I understand kind of why they were doing it. However, them being criminals and mercenaries and etc., you would think that they'd want that fucking thing for themselves. They may not sell it, but you better believe that they'd hide it.
Right. I know what you mean too.
They're in control of it. These are criminals.
Right, because it got confusing too. Like when I read it, like, so okay, they're criminals still, and they're pretty much on probation or doing this stupid crap for Nova Corp, for the big police force. So why are they doing this again? I mean, yes, the comics were confusing, but why are they doing this again? I mean, the Avengers had their reasons, like because they got Loki, he had all this evil and everything else. We get it. However, the Guardians of the Galaxy is like, we're criminals, so can we just leave? Can we get pardons? No. Oh, okay. Never mind.
And then I think this was kind of the point of the character, but I didn't really like it all that much. Is the whole idea of, okay, my job is to kill Ronan. Okay, I can't kill Ronan. Okay, my job is to stop this, stop Ronan's army. Okay, now that we've done that, now my motivation is to kill Thanos. The motivation behind that character was it jumped around entirely too much. Maybe that was the point of the character. I don't know. It bugged me. And the last thing was, Groot can freaking grow to whatever he freaking wants with no food, no light, no nothing.
Yeah, he can do that in the comic books too.
Well, he was drinking a bunch of water, and that's how plants eat.
But he's not.
That's the
But
important.
That's how photosynthesis works, bros.
Yes. You know what else they-
Like, get into biology, man.
Bro.
Also, you're taking to a big effect too. Groot is old. He's not young. He's really, really old. That's why he only says his name only once, because it's Groot, because his vocal cords get dried up. That's why he gets all the water. And Groot can be at any size he wants, like Matt said. However, his biggest weakness is fire. and that's in the comics too. But that's a different story. So I can understand why Groot was like this. And Groot is not really. He's like Swamp Thing. There you go. He's like Swamp Thing. He's like a earthly like.
Really? I thought Man Thing was more like Swamp Thing.
Hey, be quiet over there. I'm trying to make a point here. Thank you. Anyway, he's like the Swamp Lagoon monster. You know you can't kill him because he can just grow back like a fucking plant.
All
like I was
right.
saying before. You know I'm right.
I had a lot of other nitpicks that weren't quite that petty. However, my little Hangout app in which I can read them, and I was bitching and complaining to you guys, I can't pull up right now because it's, I don't know. I switched monitors and now it won't pull up. So I can't think of them right now. Maybe I'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
All right. So what were you talking about before, Andy? We were talking about how we think that they're going to end up crossing over.
Between Agents of Shield, no, I was asking you guys more. What you guys think how the movie and the show could cross over.
I don't think that it would.
I think it would.
I don't think the Guardians of the Galaxy would cross over into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because Guardians of the Galaxy takes place on a whole different position of the galaxy and has zero effect on Earth.
No,
there's been a Kree there. That's what I was referring to. So, how about you before you get it heated up, like let's remember the details. We had a Kree. We now have Kree blood within Coulson and Sky, and we used to have Garrett. So, there's your I'm guessing.
On the back of
Here's the question. Here's the question. Who was that Kree in Tahiti? Was he some high-ranking official in the Kree hierarchy?
Really?
Or was he some stupid grunt? Which I think that is to be more likely.
We're actually doing that part. Really? Can we just say it's a Kree Conclave day? Can we just say that? Because Krees are pretty much, they all look the same. Sometimes. They don't say
That's racist, sir. That is racist.
Hey,
I said it was a Kree. I'm saying that Kree...
Isaiah.
Yeah, I was talking to Isaiah.
Well,
but
wait, what's a Kree exactly?
That's those are the blue aliens that you signed the
they're
movie.
it's like they're humanoid. They're very advanced in technology, and they're not like the Skrull. They're not like warriors, but they are.
Not the Skrull are either.
Okay, it'll be a long day for all of us.
yeah, but I'm talking about like how the show could cross over to the movie and the movie could cross over to the show. Because the Kree corpse that we saw at Tahiti in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the only way I can see how the movie and the show could cross over is through that. And what possible reason would the Kree have to go to Earth unless that Kree in that tube was a high-ranking official?
I got one.
Which I don't think he was a high-ranking official.
I got one. Guess what it is, folks? Nova Corps. They can interact with anybody. Nova Corps can interact with S.H.I.E.L.D. Plus, Sky, you never know. Sky could be Miss Marvel. We don't know yet.
As we know in the movie, the Nova Corps are aware of Earth. They don't call it Earth, they call it Terra.
Right. So they might want to check it out. Like, okay, we saw this one dead Kree body. We should check it out on S.H.I.E.L.D. Boom. They can have a crossover. Marvel is trying to implement Guardians of the Galaxy to everything. Literally everything. So
here's the thing. Sorry, I just want to go with what Charles had said. Just so you know, they called out Terra or Earth as Terra. They also said the universe had 6 billion people in it. As far as I'm concerned, Earth has 6 billion people in it. Almost 7 now. Explain that, Isaiah.
Really? You want to explain that one? Really? All right, here's a simple reason for all of this. Here's a simple reason.
What kind of math is that?
Huh?
What kind of math is that, sir?
It's called Nova Corps math. It's like, okay, we got a lot of smart people over here. How many dumb people are over here? Oh, 1 billion? Okay, let's stay away from them. They're not that bright. They're small Earthlings. Let's go.
I don't remember them saying that the universe had 6 billion people in it.
Yeah, and if they didn't say it in the movie, they did say it in one of the trailers. I remember that specifically. They ended up dropping a lot of things that were put in the trailer.
She didn't say anything about the universe. She said that he's about to she said the lives of 6 billion people are in the hands of these criminals. She was referring to the citizens of Xandar, the planet that they were on.
Also, you guys should know that
Exactly.
Novacorp is not full of humans. That's all humanoids. So they're not human. They're humanoids. Big difference.
Oh, I figured she was referring to all the people he was going to eventually kill, not just that.
Nope, the people on Xandar. That was it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I like how heated we all get when we're trying to like correct each other.
Yes, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Not really.
Yeah. It's like, how can I do a crime?
Well, you know how us comic book geeks get when we tend to be heated. I didn't.
Sorry, what were you saying? Sorry, what were you saying, Charles? So, for those who do not know what's going on, we just are constantly muting Charles.
Yeah, because we just love him so much.
Charles has actually walked away from his desk now.
Yes, Charles.
Yes, for the first time ever.
But he's hooked on the
I'm sorry, it's just been over a month that I got to mute anyone online.
So, let me see, what else do we want to talk about? Oh, wait.
Oh, what is that, Charles? I can't hear you.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry, Charles, I can't hear you. Can you turn that up?
Yes,
What'd
please.
you say, white boy?
Let me see, what else do we want to talk about?
Yeah, Charles, what do you want to talk about? Nope, that's not acceptable.
Oh, there's another plot point I just remembered.
Yeah.
Star-Lord did not figure out that
God
he was
damn it! Stop muting me.
alien on his own. He had to be told that he was alien. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, I can't explain that either.
He's half alien.
But he didn't know that.
By the way, Charles, while I'm talking right now, I intentionally have the camera focused on you, and it has been ever since you left the screen. So don't feel self-conscious or anything.
I am
Oh! All right. Let me see. What else do we want to talk about? How did everyone like it visually? I thought it was amazing.
It's Marvel's best visual movie. I swear, if this doesn't get nominated for best visual effects at the Academies, then I will fucking bite someone at the Oscars.
It won't happen, Andy. I'm sorry. It just won't.
I'm sorry.
No.
Visuals can happen.
I don't think any Marvel. You all asshole.
I thought it looked great. Me and Matt saw it in IMAX 3D, which, no, hard to complain about that.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And we had the large chairs that scooch back, and I had a beer and a lot of soda beforehand, so I did miss about 3 minutes of the movie total as I was running to the restroom twice.
Oh, see what's happening. See what happened when you bring down.
And as I was about to say earlier,
It doesn't get old. It just doesn't.
Okay, let's let him talk this time.
Let him talk.
all right,
Yeah,
I
we
was
can
gonna,
move No more, Andy.
No more, Andy. No
no,
more.
Come on,
no. And, but no, what I was going to say was that no Marvel movie ever since Iron Man has won an Oscar. Not one.
I didn't say win. I said they should at least be nominated.
It won't.
No, I don't even think any of them got a nomination.
Oh, we did. I'm gonna pull it up right now because.
Well,
Okay, but
I don't
before
watch
we
the
go on-
Oscars.
before we
I
go into
don't.
that long speculation, I want to ask a question. So, if we compare Star-Lord to Captain America, who's more of a leader? Who's really an interesting leader?
Captain America.
Star-Lord.
Okay, guys.
You haven't seen Captain America, your vote doesn't count.
Fuck Captain America.
Star-Lord may be a leader of the Guardians, but
Anyway, so
Hey now, let Charles finish his topic.
Oh, Andy, we're
No more,
done.
let Charles finish it. Let Charles
Okay,
finish
what
it.
I was going to say is that even though Star-Lord is leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, from what I was able to gather from the movie, I never read the comics, but from the movie perspective, I would say that he's kind of childish, to be honest. And I don't really think of that as leadership material.
he's a mixture between Han Solo and like.
He's mostly Han
Yeah,
Solo.
man.
He's
But
mostly Han Solo.
when it comes to when it comes to a true leader, I would have to say Captain America. I'd have to.
Yeah, I would have
If we're comparing those
I
two,
would have to agree.
if we have to compare those two, Cap is definitely better leader. Although I think that Star-Lord.
Hey.
Okay, that's enough muting, folks. That's enough muting. We had our fun.
Enough
Oh,
with
wait,
the
Knuckles did it? No, game on. Yeah, Knuckles is allowed to do that shit all he wants. He's not.
That's right. That's right.
Watch yourself, boy.
By the way, I just want to correct. The Avengers got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects.
Which I was trying to say.
What's that?
Which was what I was trying to say, but bitch muting.
But yeah, as from what I can tell, that is the only one. Oh no, that's just for the Avengers. Let me see what else there are.
I'm gonna look at Iron Man 3.
Oh God.
Iron Man 3 earned an Oscar nomination for
Best visuals. Best visuals. So you see,
Yeah,
the visual effects of Marvel is appreciated by the Academy. So I would not be surprised if they get a nomination for Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of visual effect. I'm not saying Best Picture in it because it's almost impossible for a comic book movie. But visual effect, I would not be surprised if they actually got a nomination. So, but you're dealing with it.
Yeah, well, I don't watch the Oscars. I don't care about the Oscars, so
Well,
yeah.
they don't
Okay,
care about you either.
Okay, I have a fun question to ask. Okay, who will win? Avengers versus the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm talking about movie-wise. I'm talking about in the film universe, not the comic books, but the film universe.
I vote Guardians of the Galaxy was a better movie.
Yeah, I would agree with Knuckles.
I love Avengers and Guardians, but Avengers is slightly better.
I have to say Avengers because of the fact that with Avengers there was a build-up and a build-up and a build-up and then a release. And
Right.
yes, I know what that sounds like, but it's true. I mean, you got these characters built up to this grand scale, and then you finally got to just ejaculate in your theater chair. And I think that a lot of people are choosing Guardians of the Galaxy over Avengers because of the fact that there's going to be a slight bias because of the fact that you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy more recently. So it's currently got a larger impression on you.
Yeah, so that's pretty much unfair a little bit.
So you think people are going with what they've seen more recently rather than what they've seen previously, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to look at film. Like what is like when you have a universe and you look at what is more popular. Well, it's the thing that comes out recently. So like when Winter Soldier was up, people were like, "Oh, Winter Soldier was so much better than Avengers." Like although no one never said that about 4-2 or Iron Man 3. So, but
They said about Captain America.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that no, out of all the Phase 2 movies that have been said that it's better than Avengers, it is Cap 2 and now probably Guardians of the Galaxy. But I don't know. It's I think Guardian has a lot of win to it because of its humor, because it's it's James Gunn's humor. It's not Joss Whedon. Although I would like to see how he would do Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, that's a good point you make, Matt.
Yeah.
And to give a good example of that, I'm actually going to use another set of superhero movies. Is when Batman 2 came out, Batman Returns. People saw that movie and they're like, "Oh my God, this is as good as the first one." if you watch those movies now, the 2 Michael Keaton Batman movies, and you'd never seen them before, you will see that Batman 2 pales in comparison to the first one. But back then, because of the fact that it was fresh on their mind, and they were still in the euphoric moment of that movie,
Right.
people went, hey, you know what, this is just as good. And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was just garbage.
Isaiah?
It wasn't as bad as Batman Forever or Batman and Robin.
Let's
Yeah, I
not
like
talk about
Batman Forever. I like that movie. But go on,
Oh.
Matt, what you were going to say?
Isaiah, I just
I
love.
was going to say I'm muting Isaiah for saying that shit. I'm just kidding. Bring him back in.
So I get kicked out of the show where everyone else gets muted, but it's just me. Okay, that's how it is. See what I mean, folks? Racism.
You made fun of Batman, sir.
Hey, Batman is a pedophile. He has too many children.
Ladies, let's focus on this movie, Guardians of the Galaxy.
You can tell right now, Andy, but I'm covering your face. I don't want to look at you right now.
No, so Batman's intelligence is a superpower.
Okay, fine,
I
fuck
said
you.
Batman is not a superhero.
it. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He is a crime fighter.
Who has superpower intelligence?
There's a question. Just to clear that up, would you say that Gamora is a superheroine?
No.
Yes.
What is that? Superpowers, is she?
She's an alien.
Okay, Charles, you don't have to scream, for fuck's sake. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, none of these characters are human or fully human. That
Right.
we've
Because she was very trained
Yeah,
by
we know that
Thanos, how he's skilled. So she is.
All right. Now I want a spoiler for the next movie. Since we're pretty much done, since we're just wrapping stuff up, I'm going to ask Isaiah a question about Star-Lord's roots. Don't answer yet, Isaiah. And I would like to hear the answer to it. If the rest of you do not, I would understand if you took off. And anyone who is watching this who does not want spoilers for the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, you know to pause right now or fast forward right now as well. Are you guys all still in?
Yeah.
Perfect. Isaiah, tell us about Star-Lord's dad.
Oh man, Star-Lord's dad. Again, this is different iteration.
No.
But it was different. It was a lot of different iterations. But I have to go to the new recent one. It was like issue 0. Star-Lord's dad did come to Earth, and I think he crash landed on it, and he did meet Star-Lord's mother. And she was a country girl, and I know, weird, right? And he did install his roots and left like an everyday father in America, or black guys. So it was his father was in for a brief moment, get it, and he was out he was already done because he had other things to do.
In, out.
Right. So also Star-Lord not knowing he's half human, and Matt is right. That is bullshit because in the comic books he already knew this already. Even the new iterations already said it too. Like he already knows who his father is. He already knows that he's half human. So it just takes more things away from Star-Lord itself. Like it puts you more questions, like I said, plot holes. Like, okay, how do you know how to do all this? Okay, how do you know how to do all this and this and this? Well, no, like, oh no, like he knows who he is. So again, different iterations, but this one is the newest one. The newest iteration is more canon, more correct. So his father was on Earth, but he did leave.
What I wanted to the reason it came to mind and it ended up bugging me about the movie about his father is because of the fact that you had this guy, the blue guy, I forget,
Yondu.
who took care of Star-Lord for years and years and years after kidnapping him off of Earth, of course.
Right.
Took care of him for years and years and years, and then later when they're exchanging the orb, he says himself that he has the face of an angel, using the same words Star-Lord's mom had said before she died.
Right.
And my thought is, oh my God, that's his father. Like, sure, he has blue skin, but genetics he could still be white. That's his
it doesn't.
father. That's why this guy didn't kill him. That's why that's why he took care of him. That's why he took him off Earth. The whole 9 yards. And then we come to find out that that's probably not the case.
Right. And plus,
And
go
it
ahead.
really kind of upset me because that is when I came to the realization. Because Star-Lord should have thought that same thing. Star-Lord should have gone, "Oh my God, you're my father." He should have made that connection right there if he knew his dad was an alien.
Right. However, it's
No, his dad
also
was
right.
and,
Also,
and that's what pissed me off.
right. And also, this might piss you off more, Matt, but in the comics, again, issue 0, Star-Lord's mother was already killed when he by space pirates. I forgot their species who killed his mother, but when he knew that the space aliens killed his mother, that's why he ventured out to the galaxy to find those people who are culprit, and that's why he started becoming Star-Lord. It's because he had a vengeance on his mind. We take vengeance to people who killed his mother, but also keeping the galaxy safe and Earth safe. So I kind of wish they went that route for Star-Lord instead of just going like he was just kidnapped by a pirate. Like, no, that comic book was kind of a little bit more better because it was explaining out who his origins is. Yes, it was a little bit generic, but it makes more sense though. This is just like it's out of nowhere nonsense.
Cancer is kind of like.
Hey.
Oh, that's enough. No, that's enough.
Now we're even. Now we're even, bitch. Go on.
Knuckles, why are you staying muted? There you go. Go on and say what you're going to say.
Who?
Oh, now I forget.
So.
Oh,
Nice
cancer.
work, Andy.
Cancer is like space pirates. That's what.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is true, folks. That is true.
The cancers like space pirates?
Yeah, just like
Isaiah was saying his mom was killed by space pirates, and I'm like, well, cancer is kind of like space pirates.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Just like Ultron's herpes. He doesn't die. He's like, oh crap, here we go again. Get the pills out. Yep, Ultron.
The pills that fight off the Ultron herpes is the Hulk pill, the Cap pill, the Iron pill, the Widow pill, and the Hawk.
I'll mute him. Thank you. So, what else we got? We got anything else?
Yes, I got one. I know earlier on the post-credit scenes, and also, I'm surprised none of you guys didn't catch on to that. Like, the collector had a lot of interest in animals he collected, like the space dog and a duck.
A rather interesting duck-like alien by the name of Howard.
And now I was hoping to avoid that shit.
Well, we gotta talk about it because
that pissed me off so much that literally lowered my score a point.
he's actually he's really cool.
I thought it was Scrooge McDuck.
Actually, he's actually by Disney as well, so they kind of do look the same. But Howard the Duck, he's actually kind of cool now. If you've seen the Marvel zombies, he's actually really cool. It's kind of funny too.
He's basically Leisure Suit Larry, except a duck.
Yeah, that's also true too, folks. He's not really interesting character.
Rude and like trying to get some. That is the point of Howard the Duck.
Yeah, don't watch his movies. It's awful. It's really, really awful. Awful. And also, I gotta say one thing else. The Infinity Gems. They did talk about it a little bit, but I got a little bit confused when I was reading. Like, so what happened to the gem? Was it they destroy it? Did they lock it away? Because the Infinity Gem is a weapon, a very powerful weapon in the known universe. So, what did they do with the gem? Did they just chuck it in the ocean? Did it fly away?
So he's more like a Duckman than Scrooge McDuck?
No, Duckman, no.
Yes, actually, he's considerably more like Duckman than Scrooge.
Oh, yeah, take that back. Yeah, he is like Duckman. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
George Costanza's Duckman.
Yeah. Oh, God. Ooh. Wow.
Let me see. I think that's it. I think we got it all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyone want to mute Charles one more time?
Andy, did you want to say
Shut
anything
up.
There we go.
Andy, did you want to say anything about Comic-Con?
It's a trap, Andy.
It's a trap.
Don't fall for it.
I didn't say anything. podcast.
All right, so we're going to wrap up. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Geeks of the Round, the Conclave Talks, Guardians of the Galaxy. And join us, youtube.com/geeksoftheround, also geeksoftheround.com. You can also check out Andy's thing at theflashpodcast.com. And tell us about Helicarrier Podcast. And no, you know what? Go for it. Tell us very quickly about all the stuff you're doing, Andy. Very quick.
Podcast.com. Flash.
No,
No muting.
All right.
not during the end.
I'm done. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm done.
Oh, okay. He's done, I guess. I don't know.
Oh Lord.
Right. I guess we're gonna wrap up. That was entirely too much asshole thrown around in this particular hangout. And check us out, and we'll talk to you. We'll see you next time. Bye.